do though.
Well, yeah. So that's the thing is that the main watching is like you have to go to YouTube for that. So like I'm on YouTube, but like so if you pull up, but it won't be live. If you pull up my YouTube, it'll be the thing last time where it's like 15 seconds behind and like sounds horrible. Oh, it's actually just not allowing my camera. But yeah, it won't let me use my camera in two places at the same time. I don't know how yours does that.
Well, I'm out of the Zoom now.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm using my camera on YouTube, and so you can't see it on here.
I can see your little MathLab sign. Oh, what's that?
I'm trying to, yeah. So now this is I'm sharing my screen on Discord and see like I'm just I guess showing you what I see.
Yeah.
Um, whoops. Like this is what I see when I'm like streaming to YouTube. Oh, stop sharing. Stop streaming.
Hmm. I don't know about this.
And yeah, see Robert's in the chat. And see that you can just chat on the YouTube chat.
I don't see the YouTube chat.
Well, are you watching? You're not watching the live stream on YouTube, are you?
I don't think I'm on YouTube. You told me to go to Discord.
Well, so it's two separate things. If you're just watching, like if you just want to chill and you just want to watch, you go to YouTube. And if you want math help, you come
Right.
here and what would happen? Well,
Okay, I'm going to the live room.
no,
Whoa.
yeah. And see, here's Cooper. And this is how people
Hello.
would come into MathLab. Hey, Cooper.
Hey.
I was just about to message you. Did I see that you've been playing Bloons Tower Defense 6 for the past 9 hours?
I just kind of have it open.
Okay, that's what I figured. That's what I figured.
I mean, I play it sometimes during classes, but like it's not even like it holds your attention.
It might have been
Yeah.
quicker, but it didn't know where to
It
go.
barely holds your attention, but it also kind of makes you like time zoom by.
I know.
It's
I
kind
play
of a
Bloons Tower
perfect
Defense
balance.
6 a lot. But if you're playing for 6 hours straight, that would be a lot. Or 9 hours
That
straight.
would be a lot. I just hit round 166. So
What's the highest
cool.
round you've ever gotten?
183
Ooh.
or 82.
Mine's in the 300s.
So yeah. Wasn't Jay like one of the best people on the planet at this game?
I don't think so. I think. Well, no, he was. He was better than me. Yeah.
He was way better. Yeah, he was definitely way better than all of us.
He was in the veteran
I feel like
levels, I think.
I think for a while there, he was like literally the maximum level you can be.
Yeah. And
And
then
then
they
they like
raised the cap.
increased that. Yeah.
I'm not even at that maximum yet.
I'm not even at that second stage.
What do you mean the second stage? Like the veteran stage?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm not there either. That's like really high.
But like I go and check Steam and he only has like 100 hours on it. It's just super sus.
That is super sus. Yeah, he definitely cheated then.
I feel like he might have, but he's also really good at the game.
I don't know
So
how to see.
I feel like
Because I play on my iPad, so I don't know if I could see how long I played.
I have 171 hours on the game. I think.
But then when you leave it open, it counts all that too, right?
Yeah,
So that's hard
but like
to say.
that's still You still, and I close it a lot. I still close the game a lot when I want to play like another game.
Like this one game, I have 570 hours, but I know a lot of that was it just sitting there open.
I will say one thing. I kind of think Miss Moyer is not the greatest replacement for you.
Well,
I can't say anything to Miss Baker because I don't have her, but
it's just an
I
adjustment.
think we lost. Maybe, but I feel like we lost a lot when you left.
Well,
You know, you gotta go live your own life, I guess.
yeah.
You know, we can't hold you here forever.
Yeah. MathLab is still continuing though. That's what this is supposed to be. This we think.
Yeah, I was questioning whether or not we're allowed to come in because it was a out of 25. I'm like, oh well, he's gonna let people in. And we
What
might
does
as
it
well
say?
just
It says
join.
out of 25.
Yeah, you could. Well, it did for me for a second, but you know,
Oh, for like
I
a
guess
user
now it's
limit.
not. Yeah,
Oh,
but you can just set those to whatever you want.
yeah. I think it sets a no limit.
I think it usually sets them at no limit. I mean, it could get crazy because there are like a lot of people in the server, so it might automatically limit it. But I don't think
Yeah,
it.
but I don't know how many people are gonna
Yeah,
do
there's like over 100 people on the server, which is
it. Yeah,
crazy.
there's 123. How much does this other guy's have though? I think he has more. This is like the other TikTok math guy. Oh, he just barely has more.
Yeah. Also, not a lot. I feel like almost of the studs kids would be in here, but I don't think most of them have Discord.
Yeah, but
So
Discord's up
it's
and
just
coming.
like
I think Discord's the future.
I feel like it definitely is because it it's definitely not as popular as something like Instagram is, and there's no way it'll ever be as good as what Instagram is at doing what Instagram does because it doesn't do what Instagram does.
Does Instagram do anything though?
Instagram is Instagram. That's the best way to describe it.
Yeah,
It allows you to reach out influence.
I don't
You
know.
know,
I
you'll
don't
have all
use
these
Instagram. I think TikTok does that.
I don't either. It TikTok and Instagram are like the same thing. They allow you to influence and create. They allow you to influence.
TikTok has much better discoverability though. I think it's easier to be found on TikTok.
Yeah, I think it is. But they're both. I don't like both of them, so I never use them.
I like TikTok.
I I made an Instagram account, got distracted, never touched it again.
Yeah, I don't go on Instagram.
You know
often at all.
that's what this conversation just reminded me. I did.
I just post all of my TikToks to Instagram. That's my
I don't
only
even know if I
interaction
did
with it.
anything on the Instagram account before I got like distracted. Oh
Well, what
well.
I am working on right now is setting up live stream stuff on YouTube.
I think it was Ludwig, but there was some streamer, Twitch streamer, big Twitch streamer, who was being pulled by both like YouTube and Twitch,
Oh yeah, Ludwig was a
and they
long time
wanted him
ago.
to. Yeah, and I think it was Ludwig, who
There's a
my
bunch of
example
people
is.
switching over. YouTube is coming.
Yeah, because Twitch treats them like crap.
Yeah. And you know what? I feel like this is really crazy that I saw today. I saw Ninja live streaming on TikTok. I think Ninja's going to be a TikTok live streamer.
Well, Ninja had kind of died.
Well, he
I
had
feel like he'll become
11,000 viewers
popular
on
again.
TikTok today.
I know, but he's definitely fallen off.
Well, from what he was, but
Yeah,
you can only stay
because
the biggest
before
for so
you would
long.
hear about, oh yeah, did you hear that Ninja died from Ligma? You know, but now you don't hear that anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't hear anything
And
about
now
Ninja.
you like you'll see the odd clip of him saying, "I've broken up with some girls and some guys," and then like pause or say some weird sus stuff. But you know that kind of just you don't see as many of those as I don't see those as many of those as I do now. I used to.
Yeah, I don't see anything.
Like it's still funny every now and then. Like it's still funny. Apparently, I show speed quit
Apparently
like
what?
streaming. I show speed.
I do not know who that is.
Oh, I show speed was so funny. It was some like young guy, super young, like maybe super early 20s, who streamed and he became famous for his eccentric personality. Um, One example of this would be when he set off fireworks in his apartment.
Oh, I did hear about
And
that actually.
yeah, yeah, he set off this like Pikachu firework in his apartment. He usually ends up screaming a lot. He when talking Ben, I think he very much popularized that. That was his trend, talking Ben.
What is Talking Ben?
Oh, you don't remember talk? You don't know Talking Ben?
No, I do not.
So it was this super old like iPhone app. I don't think you could install it on your iPhone now, but or you could find it on the App Store now. But it's this super old like Talking Tom. You know, you talk at in it and it like says stuff back. But Talking Ben had a feature where he'd like pick up the phone and he'd have like responses. It'd be like yes, no, like a laugh, yeah, disgust, like little groan.
Just like weird noises.
Not just weird noises. He'd go, no, yes, ho ho ho.
Those are just weird
Ugh.
noises.
It's like a laugh, a disgusted, like the disgust sound. No, yes, and when he'd pick up the phone, he'd go, ban.
That sounds like weird noises.
And he's also super sassy, and I think that's just because it's like I think it's just luck based. Like he'll say a random response to everything. Sometimes he just won't talk, and you'll have to like ask him again. And so what Speed did was he had a lot of clips of him just like talking to Talking Ben. You got some stuff like do you love God? And then he'd just laugh. Do you love God? He'd laugh again, and then Speed would ask him again, and then he'd just go no.
Yeah, that
You
sounds
know, you
kind of
just
like stupid YouTube stuff.
that is stupid YouTube stuff. He became pretty popular super fast because you just gotta look him up because it's really hard to explain it because without getting kind of sus. You just have to watch it. He says some really he pulls like a ninja Tyler Levin ninja. He just says sus stuff, and he does sus stuff. But like that's funny. Like that's peak humor.
Is it peak humor though?
I find it peak humor. So I'm gonna say yes to that.
I think I'm just not hip with what the younger generation finds funny sometimes.
And that's fine. You just gotta try and keep up, which is not everybody can do that. I didn't even know what the gritty was until like I joined the football team.
Like the dance? Yeah, I don't even know what that is either, to be honest.
Yeah, I didn't know I didn't know what the gritty was until like I started talking to Patrick McMullen and then joined the football team, and I know what the gritty is now.
Brony is Brony is trying to get back on here,
I
but she
know.
doesn't know how.
I almost have my Monkey Buccaneer Paragon, which will carry me through maybe up to 200. Which will carry me through up to. Then you can mute yourself. What?
Mm, okay. Well, the problem is so I'm live streaming on YouTube right now, and she doesn't
Are
want to be
you?
heard on YouTube. Yeah.
She can mute herself.
Yeah, but she wants to talk, but then not be online, which
I see. I see.
I need. I would need to connect my headphones to do that properly. Are my headphones connected now?
I feel like that's something you have to do.
It says they're connected.
Oh, no. I might lose. I might lose. No.
Um. Yeah, it says they're connected, but they're not actually working. Choose your output device. AirPod Pros. Okay, now my AirPods are working.
Probably gonna end up going, starting to go to bed in 6 minutes here.
All right, yeah, yeah, it's late
Well,
for
that's
you.
the most inconvenient thing about MathLab. It's just that it's such an inconvenient time for me. That's why I never really joined it at all, even though I would definitely have loved to.
Yeah, the idea is that it's supposed to be convenient for people who
Doing their homework.
doing their homework, like that have sports and stuff. Like if you had sports games to go to, you can still go to the sports games and then come back.
Yeah. That's what the weightlifting team usually did. You just joined a couple of times off of like Leo and
Yeah, Leo did join a few times on the bus.
yeah, which is fine. We loved it. We all said hi and then we'd leave because of being.
So I muted the desktop audio. So the desktop audio is not going through to the stream anymore. I go back and forth. I think YouTube is the way to go. Yeah, but why wouldn't I just try to get big on the platform I'm just trying to do it on? Well, you have to be big to be Jake Paul. Well, I'm decent on TikTok. So if I live stream on TikTok, live stream on YouTube, I don't think Twitch needs to be part of the situation. Mm-hmm. But also, I'm going to be doing like educational stuff. And I don't think Twitch is ever going to be supporting people that do educational stuff. Whereas YouTube has a much higher chance to do that, especially in the future. And it's good for the creators. Yeah. Do they do that though? I don't know. Yeah. I mean, that was like 10 years ago though. Yeah. See, like, I'm not even trying to operate in like that span of YouTube. Like, I don't even know who those people are. They couldn't do their stuff anymore. No. No. I don't know much at all. I saw the lineup for Okeechobee Music Festival today, and I knew like two people on it. I was kind of embarrassed. I probably won't, to be honest. I don't think I need to see it. Mm-hmm. Ruined for him. Yeah. See, I don't know anything about any stuff like that. The type of YouTube I watch is not typical YouTube, I guess. Well, like, I don't even get recommended Mr. Beast videos. Who does then? Yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah, I hardly ever see him. I do see a lot of Ludwig nowadays, though. Oh, yeah. I don't watch any anime. I've heard. I went to a middle school up here the other day, and they had so many, so much manga in their library. It was the craziest thing. Mm. Is it just like the rotated version of it? Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. I'm trying to find the swastika in One Piece, but I do not see it. Oh no, the pirates, the Whitebeard pirates. Is that what you're talking about? Oh yeah, that's like an evil thing. That was definitely meant to be a swastika when they did that originally. Their flag sure makes them look like the bad guys. Okay, well I guess that makes sense that they changed the flag then. Oh, it is reverse too. It is the reverse version. Okay. Right. Well, I knew it had a meaning for peace in various places. Yeah. 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 It's also just like a very obvious symbol to make too, I feel like. Wait, is he evil or is he not evil? Oh, according to them, he's evil. Um, got it. Yeah. just like the real world. Yeah. We don't get to see that very often. I don't know if our government has our best interest in mind. That they don't, well, who did they really save in that time? They saved the banks. Yeah. Do you not even have the Paragons unlocked? I'm going on to see what my highest round is. Oh yeah, I know. I've got all the Paragons. My highest round is 316. All right. Yeah, that's the problem when you get that high. That's why you need the boat Paragon, so you can just suck everything in. Can't sell all your farms. Well, if you're about to die, you don't need them if you're about to die. Okay, I need to start doing some math because this is supposed to be MathLab. I do. So, do you have any math questions? If you don't have any math questions, I'm going to sign off of here and just like do math on YouTube. Yeah. Mm-hmm. As opposed to what other form? Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, we can talk about that now if you want. Do you want to, or do you not want to? Okay. I'm trying to think of what the best way to do that is. Probably. Wait. So wait, yeah. I'm gonna come in here. I'm gonna share my screen. Yeah, that's what I saw when it said that. Oh, okay. So can you see my screen? So your equations you're talking about look like something like this, right? Yeah, so you usually have to like factor it first. Right. Right. Well, when your fractions When your equations are fractions like that, that's the biggest thing. When you're talking about finding domain, that's really all you have to do when you're trying to find domain. Is just say like, what's the domain? Is that x cannot be 3.
The right thing.
Well, so the range is hard. So the range you really can't do so well without the graph, to be honest.
Yeah.
So you could you have to kind of picture the graph of what the graph would look like if you want to find the range. Normally, you really don't find the range unless you graph it.
All right. And then you can't do increase. Could you do increasing and decreasing, like where it increases and decreases without the graph?
Well, you'd really
doubt
you'd really
you could.
want the graph. Like you really need the graph to do that. Like you could picture the graph in your head, but you might as well graph it if you needed to do that. Like you could graph
I
it
don't
pretty
know.
easily.
Yeah. Well, graphs are easy to read if you know how to read them.
Right. Well, if you I just mean
It's
you
just
you have to know how to graph it of like what this graph looks like. And like this graph will look something like that.
are all functions like. Well, I guess all functions like that would be asymptotes.
Yeah, because if you got anytime there's a domain, like anytime there's a domain thing like that, that's what causes the asymptote.
Well, because it's the parent function for that, like that y equals x plus 2 over x minus 3 is 1 over x, which
I
is
mean, kinda.
the asymptote. Because there's not too many other parent functions.
I mean,
If
I wouldn't say
any
this
other,
has a parent function necessarily.
it's
I wouldn't really
it's
think
it's
about it like
it's
that.
got a cousin function.
Yeah,
Let's say
maybe.
that. Because they're usually asymptotes when they look like that.
Right, and they do generally look like that. Like we do know we have that asymptote. There's some other stuff we'd have to figure out though. Like, is that what you're doing? Graphing these types of functions like that?
We're not graphing them. We're just figuring out stuff like she'd give us like things she wants to find, so like the domain, horizontal and vertical asymptotes,
Right,
uh, end behavior.
right. Which is the same as the horizontal asymptote. Right. So basically, you're graphing them because you're finding all the stuff that matters for him. So like the vertical asymptotes just come from the domain. So like how you said that x is not allowed to be 3, that's what the vertical asymptote is.
Yeah,
That x equals 3.
the vertical asymptote is 3 because you can't remove it from the equation in any way. Like
Right.
you can't cancel it out.
Right.
And
So that was
then
another thing when you canceled stuff out. Did you talk about what happens then?
that is a removable point.
That's a removable, which is like a hole in the graph. Is what I would
Yeah.
call it. At x equals 1.
And then the
This case.
horizontal asymptote is you you take like she gave us like 3 like acronyms.
Yeah. So, but it's all
Like I'm
based
never
on
gonna remember
it's all
3
based on those
acronyms.
highest powers, right?
Yeah.
You have Bo, Bosco, and Bot. No? Is I think the acronyms that she uses.
I think it's
I'm not a big
I
fan of
don't
those
remember
acronyms
them.
personally.
Yeah, I'm not. I can't really remember them.
So I think you should just actually think about it. Like when you talk about horizontal asymptotes, what you're doing when you're trying to find a horizontal asymptote or trying to think about the end behavior of the function is you're thinking about what happens when the graph goes like all the way over here, right?
Right.
So like, what is the x value all the way to the right side of the graph?
Well,
It's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
right, but it eventually would stop, right? There
Why?
is an asymptote.
Well, there's an asymptote
It
right here, but
won't.
there's
It won't.
but like
It
all the way
won't.
to the left. Like what's happening to the x values?
The x values are getting bigger.
Right. So like they're getting closer and closer to infinity, right?
Hmm.
And so what I do to think about the end behavior is plug in infinity for x and just see what happens. Like in this case, what is happening here? Like what happens when you have infinity plus 2?
I don't know. A positive. I'm gonna say positive infinity.
Is positive infinity. Yeah, because adding 2 basically does nothing to it. It's like infinity. It's so big, adding 2 does nothing. And then infinity minus 3, what is that going to
Would
be?
that be negative?
Is that negative infinity you're saying?
I don't. Maybe. I mean, it could just be the same thing as why infinity plus two is still infinity. It's just so big it doesn't matter. But it also encompasses one, two, and three, so it goes down to zero, -1, and -2.
Well, it's more like the first thing you said, that you have infinity, and if you take away 3 from infinity, it doesn't do anything to it. It just stays infinity. So like infinity plus 2 is still infinity. Infinity minus 3 is still infinity. And so then it's like you have infinity divided by infinity, which is what?
Infinity.
Well, you got the
No, it'd be
same thing
one.
on the top and the bottom.
It'd be one.
It'd just be 1. And so what that tells you is that that's your end behavior. That's your horizontal asymptote. Because we just said that when x gets really, really big, when x is infinity, what the function is 1. So as x gets closer and closer to infinity, this function gets closer and closer to 1.
Okay. I need to go to bed now because it's super late,
Okay, yeah, it is
and
super
I
late.
need to wake up at like
Okay, yeah,
6.
definitely
Thank you,
good.
Mr. Canavari.
All right,
Good seeing
see you
you.
later. Yeah, it was good to talk to you. See ya.
I'm gonna try to make it. I'm gonna hopefully try to keep the weightlifting team randomly joining MathLab at like 8 a.m. or 8 p.m.
All right, good. It'll
alive.
be on here though. It'll be on Zoom probably,
Yeah.
or on YouTube.
Yeah, I
Or
tried
Discord.
joining through the Zoom link, and it took me to some random thing. It was like only one person that was muted and didn't have video, and it was like
Oh yeah.
Robert Baker, the fourth.
Oh yeah. Well, because now we're on here. We did. This is the first time we did that. We were trying this instead. Okay, yeah, but go to bed. It's late over there.
All right, Steven Scanavari.
All right, see you. Well, that was fun. Um, how do I get out of here? I do not know how to work Discord properly. Oh, just disconnect. Okay. Yeah, sure, went good. Okay. So what do we want to do? Well, we're definitely on here. Hmm. All right. Let's take a break for a second while I try some stuff out here. So let's turn that off. Let's turn that. All right. I think I might need to turn this on. Let's turn that on just in case. Let's. Well, here, let's do this for now. Not that. Yeah, let's do this. How is that on a different... No, the video capture device is just on here. Which is it? It's... Video capture device... Nothing? What is this? Yeah, video capture device. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, we're just going to keep it on this for a second. So look at this. This is pretty neat. This is what I've been using to get all the updates and stuff. So we're just going to set that up right quick. So what ones are we even using? Well, that's fun. Let's... Um... Let me try this. Action executed, screen is offline. I know, I just wanted to hear it. Do I need to add the My Actions thing first? Copy URL. Oh, well, this is where I really want it anyway. So we need to add... Should probably not have sounds on, to be honest. So let's add, what do you add? You add like a website, right? Browser. Yeah. New browser. TikTok. Actions, I'll call it. And then you want just that. Okay. And then, so now do the actions run? If I come over here into actions. Okay, so that goes through the desktop audio. I wonder, no, if I mute that. So the site's muted. It's not playing through there. It's playing through.
Bruh. Bruh.
It's playing through the stream itself. Okay. Well, we don't really want the noise, actually. We're going to turn the noise off. We're going to turn... Well, we'll turn all the noises... Wait, this is the events. So, do I have a maximum number of events? Is that the problem? No. Who's able to trigger the event? Everyone. What triggers the event? I don't want anything. Let's start, not join. Let's start with the follow. Trigger all actions. Oh, I need an action. Oh, and I can't create new actions. Right, so I need to... Maybe I'll edit the actions. Let's add it. So let's not play an audio. Show an animation. Show picture. Multiple options selectable. Set snap camera effect. Activate OBS source. Switch OBS source. Show alert. User and text. What user though? Oh, no text. Just do that here. Let's put that back on. Let's put that on. So, what do we want? We want that to happen when somebody follows. Should the trigger user receive a reward or must he pay for it? Oh no, he doesn't have to pay for it. What? Probably add points. Should probably get a quick 10 points if you follow, I suppose. Well, no, we are not doing anything with points yet, so we don't need to worry about that. Oh, you could do media sound volume, enable fade in, fade out. What is this color? So that's just the text. So is that working? Oh, that's because I just added it over here. That's why we were over here, right? Oh. Yeah. Pops up there. That's nice. Oh, that's super nice. just put that. Why does it come up at the top though? That's obnoxious. Let's just do it for there right now. So the comments should already be coming through. So if you comment, I think it should come up here. Right? I think so. And then if you follow, it should come up here. Well, let's see. We need to turn on these actions. So we're just editing these. I don't want to play audio. I really just want to show the alerts, I think. But should the color be black? Probably. Save. So now if I do that, what does it show? Does it show nothing? So that shows that. Oh, it didn't save anything. Show alert. Save. Oh, I need to do texts. Okay. Oh, well, I want. It needs to just be like a long list of stuff. Well, here, show user and thanks for the likes. Save. Now it'll show something. That's much nicer. So let's change this color here. That's what it really just needs to be, right? Oh no, there seems like a lot of stuff going on there. Enable duration. So that duration should be a long time. This duration should actually be very short. Can I make that fractions? Or decimals? No. So that's 1 second. Save. We'll have the follow be 5 seconds. Save. And we'll have a gift. Cancel. We'll have the gift. It's the limit does not exist. So what we need to turn these on too. So we turn it on the follow. We just turn on the likes. Now we're going to turn on the gift, which is the limit does not exist. We're going to take that off. We're going to show alert. And we'll say thank you. Black. Save. So the limit does not exist. And that's turned on. And then we'll do the tra-la-la-la one because that does happen sometimes. So that is on. We're going to come here. Show alert. Okay. And then how long should that be displayed? Probably like 20 seconds. And then the which one? Oh yeah, here's so it says durations 1, 5. Which ones are we using? The the 5. Wait. So the like should be 1. So the Discord end should be 1. The bruh's the follow, and that should be 5. The limit does not exist should be 10, and the tralala should be 20. So all those are turned on. Turn this back on. Okay. So why did the chess have to come up right away? All right, let's play some chess. Let's see if we can get some people here. So I'm logged in, right? Yeah. All right, let's play a 10-minute game. Let's start with some 10-minute games. And we'll see what we can get. Wait, that's not good. Oh, game aborted? Whoops. That needs to be a lot bigger. Let me see if I can do that at the same time or not. So we're going to do Queen's Gambit. Overlay gallery. There we go. The font size needs to be far larger. Font size 100 is the maximum. Oh, we're going to save that. Okay. That looks better. Okay. So now I'm going to take that. We'll see what happens with that. No, this needs to go. That should go there. And then let's have this chat go up here. They're the real winners right now. Okay. Wow, he just went straight back. Very interesting. Well, now we'll defend that pawn. Okay. And then should we push that pawn and defend that pawn again? So that seems like kind of a lost pawn. But boy, have I taken the center. So I'll take that. I'll take that for sure. So now he's attacking that pawn. Do I just push my pawn? Or no, because then I need to keep that pawn there. So I need to defend that pawn. Should I defend that pawn by just pushing that pawn there? That seems decent. So yeah, he is winning in that trade now, though. That now, can I just leave it at that? And then, oh yeah, I should have just pushed my pawn last time anyway. Let's go ahead and take. And then Let's bring this bishop out. Yeah, that's what we should have done earlier, was developed more pieces. But that's good now. That's solid. So now his knight's defended. Now... Man, that pawn is just blocking the knight movement, which is unfortunate. I could just bring the knight to the middle. If he takes my knight, I'll take his knight. I'm not too worried about that. I'm looking to go knight f4. And then I'd take the knight with my bishop. So he comes in with the bishop. Alright, I'm still going to bring my knight out. And that's still the plan. Take the knight with the bishop if he comes in. So he comes up there. Okay, now my bishop is a little blocked. But let's, should we pin the bishop there? Or is my queen useful where it is? Let's go ahead and castle first. Yeah, that should be fine. So yeah, he took. We'll take back. Now he threatens my rook. Oh, wow. I just left the free bishop there? Okay. So now he takes my rook. Or he takes my bishop. So let's put him into check. And then he blocks with his bishop. And then... I can move my queen and threaten the bishop. So he's got to move the bishop. That seems decent. I'll do that for now. And then... what is he going to do? He's probably going to move the bishop, right? No, that was good too. That was good too. Wow, so now I've got to go right back. Sheesh. Yeah, I got to go right back. I mean, I'll at least go right back to there, I guess. That's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. So he does that then. So... Wow, that's tempting, but there's just nothing, there's nothing I can do to mate him over there. Yeah, there's no mate. There's no good mate there. So then what? Can I just bring my queen to the center? That pawn is undefended. So that should be okay. Right. So I think that is working okay. So that pawn's actually not undefended because the knight is there. So I can't just take that pawn. Now it is undefended. Now I can just take it. He's not going to fork me if I do that, right? I don't think so. Let's just take it. And then I can't take that pawn. I can't believe I almost just took that pawn. That would be wild. Wow, definitely don't want that. Yeah, I guess that's still the best way to do it. Right. So now I've got to move the queen. Now I don't have great places to move it. But I could move it there. I guess I'm risking getting it trapped by moving it there. That's got to be inside here, though. Alright, so what are you going to do? If you push the pawn, I just take your bishop. I can take your pawn as it stands. I can't take your rook because your queen's protecting. I don't have a lot of good scenarios for myself. So he protects the pawn. But that pawn was protecting his bishop. And I can still get out, barely. Well, I can't get out now. I'm actually kind of stuck now. But I could at least take his bishop. But I can't just be, like, losing my queen. But I don't know how he's going to attack my queen. Oh, well, he's going to move his knight forward. Well, at least then he can't move his knight forward because it pins his knight to his bishop, to his queen. So that's super good. That works out nicely. Wow, my hair is a mess. Holy crap. I need to get a haircut. Yeah, I need to change my live intro. That's one thing I need to do. Hang on. Lost connection, good connection. Screen sharing settings. Wait, I'm in the middle of a chess game. So do I have a good thing that I would like to do to trade that? Just... No. Is taking it the only thing I have to do that's decent? I mean, I'm up a little, so let's go ahead and just take it. But I guess my queen is trapped as part of the problem. And that doesn't untrap my queen. Doesn't really solve any issues for me. That's probably what I should have done instead. Yo, what's up, B? How's it going? We're going with a different format today. Or for now. Whoa. Oh, so that's now is the trap. Well, now it's still not trapped. Because I could bring it down there. And I just lost my bishop. That's really unfortunate that I just lost my bishop with that. Well, let's try this instead. Well, if we go there, then I'm just losing my knight. I guess I'd rather lose my knight. So we go there. He takes my knight. And then I get to take his pawn. And that should be okay. My knight's hanging? Oh, wow. Yeah. He should have taken my knight a long time ago. My knight's been hanging for a long time. His eyes just weren't on my knight. At least now I moved it, though. So what's he doing next? I'm threatening his queen. If he takes my queen... Yeah, taking his queen I don't think is going to be good. Because then I'm going to take his bishop. This way he just takes my knight. Whoa. Yeah, I'm good now. So... Then it'd be good to move my knight to save it, but that doesn't seem like it might be totally possible. Oh, I could just take this. Yeah, I could just totally do that. Oh, well, no, my knight's still being attacked. Oh, well, now I can just take the bishop, right? I can just take this bishop now. So it's like we end up trading. And then he takes the pawn, or he takes the bishop with the pawn. But that's like a dead end. Yeah, take the bishop. I don't know why I didn't even see that. All right, I can't read chat though because I don't want to be cheating. This is a rated game. Okay, so we're safe on that front. We have very little time left, which means we've got to get something real going on here. But I see nowhere that I can do that. Let's go here. Oh, we're attacking the knight by going there. Yeah, I have no chance of winning this game except for mating him. And I'm winning, but I'm so low on time that it's probably going to end up not going well. We got that back rank mate threat, but he's got enough defenders down there that's really not going to be a problem for him. He pushes that. Well, I am free to take this knight, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. And then what's going to happen after that? I can't really attack that G7 square. One of my biggest things is I've just got to move quickly, which puts you into scary positions. If I could move my knight, I could check him with the knight. He does that instead. Well, I could check him. As I say, I could check him with the knight. So I could check him with the knight. But then nothing really good happens. I could check him with the queen and defend the knight. I don't know why I'm taking so long with those moves. I saw that move so long ago. Then I can check him with the knight. Okay, well, now I can't check him with the knight. Now I can do that. I mean, if we get in a loop, I'm okay with being in a loop. I mean, that's forced, right? So then I'm going to go back. And that's not forced. You have a lot of things you could do here. Oh, you are in check. So you could go to the back corner. Is the back corner just lost for you? Is that your problem? I can't check you in the back corner. I'm not sure exactly what you're afraid of. I'm just so low on time that if we can go back and forth, that's almost what I just feel like needs to happen. Okay, maybe that was bad. But my rook is still there, so that's... I'm going to lose on time. I'm so down on time. There's no way. Yeah. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Alright, it's time that, like, we do some math anyway. Yeah. My hair doesn't look that bad. And either way, it's okay. Alright, so let's get some math going. Let's drink some coffee. Let's solve this inequality. So how do we solve this inequality? Well, like all of the other ones, it's absolute value, so we got to split it up into its two different equations. We'll have the positive version, that 2x minus 5 is greater than positive 3, and we'll have the negative version, where 2x minus 5 is less than, because remember in negative, you got to flip the sign, negative 3. Okay, so now we just got to solve both of these. We'll get that 2x is greater than 8. We'll get that 2x is less than negative positive 2. And then divide by 2. So x is less than 1. X is greater than 4. And then remember what this is. This is a great or than sign. So we're looking for either one of these to be true. That or that to be true. So like we always do, let's look at it on a number line. 1 and 4. We need it to be less than 1 or greater than 4. So we would do open dots because it's not equal to. It's just greater or than. And lastly, let's do interval notation. So it's going to be from negative infinity to 1. And then from 4 to infinity. Parentheses on everything because it can't be the 1 and it can't be the 4. And of course, it can never be infinity or positive infinity. But there we go. That's how we do it. All right. And look how nicely I got this set up. So then here's the next one. Oh, wow. So yeah, so that was the last one of that section. And then we get into 1.7. Okay. Let's cover this up first. All right, then we can just erase it when we need it. Okay. So now we're getting into more of the word problems type of thing, where you got to translate from the words to what the equation would be. And that's always what I think of, because like once you get it into an equation, like we can solve equations. We have rules to solve equations. So if we can take like a situation that we don't really understand and write it as an equation, then we'll probably be able to solve it. So that's what we're going to do here. So for A, for uniform motion, the constant speed of an object equals the distance traveled divided by the time required. Okay? So we'll just try to translate that directly. We'll say the speed s equals the distance divided by time. Okay, and that makes sense because normally another thing we might say for speed is velocity. The velocity is the distance divided by the time. So that makes sense. And then, yeah, so let's see what they have. They have, if r is the speed and d is the distance and t is the time, then r is d over t. So see, they used r instead of speed or velocity, which is chill because it's a rate. So that makes sense. All right, and then we'll just read these last examples, just some quick examples. The number 5 times as large as x is 5 times x. The number 3 less than x. So that one's kind of hard to, you got to think about that one. Because notice how like just the order switches. But a number 3 less than x. So if something is less than something, think like what is 2 less than 5? That means you got to take away a 2 from the 5, right? So just because of how English works, those flip around. So 3 less than x is x minus 3. And then the number that exceeds x by 4, exceeds by 4, bigger than by 4. So, yeah, x plus 4. A number that, when added to x, gives 5. Well, I would do that differently. I would say a number, x, or a number, I guess that's y. A number y, when you add it to x, it gives you 5. So what is the number that we're talking about? Subtract x from both sides. Y equals 5 minus x. And so like this is, I mean, I think this is a English problem, not a math problem. Like if you think these are hard, it's because English is hard, not because math is hard. It's like these things are, I think, much easier to understand when you write it like this rather than if you write it like this. Math is easier to understand than English, which is why we want to write it as equations, because that'll make it easier to understand for us. Okay, that was kind of lame, but it's just English. You just got to understand English to do these. So let's do some word problems. As with any word problem, wait, hold on. I forgot. Ben, I was going to tell you, if you're still here, I got to do some math first. And then, if you're still here after that, we can play some chess. But that might be a little bit. Okay. Let's start this problem. Okay, suppose that Juanita borrows $500 for 6 months at the simple interest rate of 9% per year. What is the interest that Juanita will be charged on the loan? Okay. So suppose that Juanita borrows $500 for 6 months at a simple interest rate of 9% per year. So what is the interest that Juanita will be charged on the loan? So she's going to only do it for 6 months at a simple interest rate of 9% per year. So if it's going to be 9% per year, that means that this is only 4.5% for a half year. Because it's just simple interest. It's not compound interest. So she would only get just half of that. And so what is the interest that will be... Oh, she's going to be charged that interest. So she's going to be charged 4.5% per year. So she's going to be charged 4.5% of 500. So that's 500 times 0.045. And then what is that? Do we have numworks pulled up? No. So that's 500 times 0.045. 22.5. So she's going to be charged $22.5 in interest. So how much does Juanita owe after 6 months? She owes $522.50. Yeah. So you just got to think about it, and you just got to think about what's happening. I mean, this is a percent idea. Thinking about just how do you take a percent of something. you just multiply by the percent. So we want 4.5% of 500. So 0.045 times 500. All right. Next. Okay. So some more investing. Candy has $70,000 to invest and wants an annual return of $2,800, which requires an overall return rate of 4%. She can invest in a safe government-insured bond, insured certificate of deposit, but it only pays 2%. To obtain 4%, she agrees to invest some of her money in non-insured corporate bonds, paying 7%. How much should be placed in each investment to achieve her goal? Okay, so I would just try to write it up as an equation. So let's see. She's got, what do we want to know? How much should be in each investment account? So let's do the bonds. Let's set up our variables first. So let's say that X, no, we'll just do bonds. What is it? Bonds or corporate, what is it? Government and corporate. G and C. G is government, C is corporate bonds. So we know that if we take how much she does it in the government bonds, she's going to get 4% based on that. So we're going to do the government bonds. She's going to get 4% of that. And then the corporate bonds, she's going to get 0.07 of that, 7%. So see, 4% gain on the government bonds, 7% gain on the corporate bonds. And then altogether, that's going to get her a gain, or that we want that to get her a gain of 2,800. And so in my mind, actually, this is a system of equations, because what other thing do we know? We know that the amount of money she's going to put into government bonds and the amount of money she's going to put into corporate bonds together, that's going to be 70,000. So really what we have here is a system of equations. Probably at least how they really want you to do that now is they want you to take this equation, solve it for G, so 70,000 minus C, and then we're going to put that into the second equation. So 0.04 times 70,000 minus C plus 0.07 C equals 2,800. And see, now that we have that, now we have just an equation with one variable, so we can solve that for C. So let's go ahead and do that out. We can probably do this no calculator. What's 0.04 times 70,000? So we know it's going to be 28 something. And then what should it be? Oh, wow, it's going to be 28 something? Well, that's kind of convenient. Oh, wait, we got this totally wrong. Yeah, because that's not 4. That's supposed to be 2. Government bonds are paying 2%. She wants 4%. So that's how we're going to do it, 2%. So that's easy. Well, that just means it's going to be 14. So let's see. 1, 2, cancel that decimal to put it there. So it's going to be 2 zeros, 1,400. 1,400 minus 0.02C plus 0.07C equals 2,800. So we'll have 0.05C is 1,400 and divide by 0.05. Oh, I don't know about that. 140,000 divided by 5. It's 280,000 divided by 10. Is 2,800? Is that right? 1,400 divided by 0.05. 28,000. Oh, okay. Well, that sort of makes sense. 28,000. So she's going to do 28,000 in corporate bonds, which means what is she going to do in the other one? 70,000 minus 28,000, because 70,000 was her total, so we'll take away the 28,000. So that's 42,000 in government bonds. So let's see. Does that make sense? Well, she wants 4%, so she's going between 2 and 7. So she wants closer to 2% than 7%. So we expect her to have more government bonds than corporate bonds, which we did calculate. And let's plug that into our original equation and make sure it gets us the right answer. So if we do 42,000 times 0.02 plus 28,000 times 0.07, does that get us 70,000? 42 times 0.02 plus 28 times 0.07. Does that get us 70? No. No, what do we want that to get us? We wanted it to get us thousands. 28, 208. Yeah. So that is right. We wanted that to get us 2.8 thousand, which is what it got us. 2.8 thousand. Okay, that's correct. And see, that was tough. I mean, some of these problems, you just got to think them out. But like being able to think out these problems, that's way more important than just memorizing processes to solve these problems. You learn nothing. You gain nothing from just memorizing how to solve a problem. You've got to look through it. You've got to understand it. And that takes longer for sure, but that's what's important, not just solving the problem. Oh man, these word problems are kind of killing me. Oh, that's 4. That's 4. Okay. All right. I think I got to call it a night. I'm pretty tired. I've been sitting here for a while. Ben, I know we said we play chess, but there'll be other days. So, thanks for watching, everybody. I